Oh, I'm still green. Hi, 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 hi. Let's see. We got a funky colors here. Whoops. All right. I'm just going to give everybody a chance to come on in. Hello, hello, hello. It's Teresa. It's the last show of 2026, you guys. Can you hear me? I think that's what I want to know first. I'm just checking the comments. And I'm so happy to see everybody either live or in the replay. And it's been bitter cold here in New England, at least for me. So some of my other friends that are Canadian and or I don't even know where else some of you are from. I know we have a few from the Netherlands, and but it's mighty nippy outside. So let me just let you all filter in. I had seen some other creators go live, so we may have a small audience, which is okay. If anybody is here, though, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me. And I'm not sure if you can. So we'll see what's going on. I'm hoping today to be a fun channel for the end of year. So I'm going to dive in then. It's a couple of minutes into the live. So just a reminder that starting January 1st, I will be posting on my community tab daily journaling prompts. So to get people started. And our friend Krumel had mentioned that he uses photography. I also have a friend, she uses singing as an opportunity to journal her emotions and feelings. It's a way of shouting out what's going on. I watched, and I believe I tagged it, The More Intuitive Me, Elizabeth. She had a great roundup for herself year end, and she showed her journals. And I don't know if any of you are also familiar with Conversations with Christy, but Christy also, when she journaled, she uses pictures, and it's very elaborate. Elizabeth also had that, but she took a vacation and included photos from that and just journaled as a travel journal. And then she had her regular Oracle Tarot, I'm assuming, journal. And I was kind of hoping she'd pop in today. So maybe she will. We'll see. And so why do I not see my comments here? Hold on. Did I just do something wrong? Bear with me, guys, because I'm still in, why can't I type from where I am? Okay, so, let me go to live chat. Okay, there we are. Oh, for God's sakes, everybody's there. I didn't even see. All right. Now I feel better. I was kind of feeling like I was talking to myself. So Joshy's here. Ben's here. Hello. Let me scroll all the way up to the tippy top. Nathan is here. My goodness gracious. The boys are in the house. You guys, I'm so happy to see you here. So Um, it's been yeah, oh, the weather outside is frightful. Saturday, we had 6 plus inches of snow. Um, Sunday, um, so I park in a public parking spot at the moment. I had to long story, it's not worth getting into. So, you have to get up at 7 a.m., clean your car, and move it so that the plows can come. Well, it was a Saturday. Nobody came to plow. Like, all right, great. Then the bitter winds came. Then the ice came and the rain. We had tremendous rains, and then we had a skating rink. Moved the car yesterday. They plowed only to have it be just bitter cold today. And as of tomorrow afternoon, I will have sold my broken down car so I can park my car back in my own parking space and not have to deal with any of that gobbledygook. But point being, and so it's been crazy. All right, puppy. All right, you guys. I got the dogs behind me. Um, Richard's here. Wow, it really is me and the boys. So, uh, I'm really excited. Then tomorrow, I'm going to be part of the village um, 24-hour YouTube stream. So I go on at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Anybody that wants to pop on with me and share time and space with me, I would love that. I'm going to keep it light and probably tap into some of what we're going to do today. Yeah, watch out for Mish. She is trouble, but we love her. We love her. Um, I feel like there's a glare. Nope, wrong side. Over here. I'm going to turn this light off. Hold on, guys. Oh, there you go. It's not so stark. And my head is opposite on this camera, and I haven't been able to figure out. Maybe I should just turn my hair this way. Oh, whatever. I feel all discombobulated because I took the dogs out for a walk and got blown away. Then my Walmart food delivery went to somebody else's house. So I had to go run and track that down. And then when I was getting ready to go live, I dropped my favorite root beer mug and it splintered. So I had to get that picked up before the puppy stood on it. So Obi-Wan Kenobi. I need to get my my Dalai Lama back in line. Got my hot cocoa, marshmallows, and whipped cream. Woohoo! Well, I'm going to be cutting out sugar, so I figured I'm going to overdose until January 1st. Not eliminating 100%, but I'm cutting it down like 95%. So this today is talking about our favorite YouTube channels outside of mine. I thought that was very funny. And just so that I can get a sense of what other people listen to. And then I was going to share one of mine. So let me just go there and bring up her channel if I can find her. There she is. All right, so I won't bring it up yet, but she's one of my favorites. And I think I've shared with you guys before that Ben Carroll, who has this haunting voice. You're going to see dogs behind me with the singing bowls. If you really want to do a sort of out-of-body meditation, it's very haunting. And this other person who I listen to, her name is Melan or Mian. Well, regardless, she's another one with this. It's melodic, so it's a little bit different. But it is distracting enough when you're meditating that you really just get into this peaceful Zen-like zone space. Oh, you're stealing your brother's bone? Is that nice? Oh, all right, it's yours. Your trouble. So those are two of mine. If I sang with the singing bowls, the term possessed might come. Well, Ben, I would wanna see that. So any maybe, over this, New Year's Village, opportunity, this might be a really great time for you to shine. I can play the singing bowls because I have them, and, where did I put my Tibetan? Right here, hold on. Let me not scare you all. So I do this when I meditate. I don't know, can you see my Tibetan? I love these bowls. And I have crystal singing bowls. Um, when I was doing, and I still do it, but I haven't done it in a while, but 2026, I hope to. When I was doing Reiki, um, prior to someone's treatment, I would do crystal bowls. I have the triangle, which is a phenomenal sound. I would, what do you want, Pop? Okay, you want to say hi to everybody? Do you want to say hi? Say hi. Say hello. My name is Biscotti, and I love my mommy. Okay, can you sit down? All right, go sit down. Go sit down. Um, I also would use chimes. I also use what do they call it? Like a chalice. And I'll bring them. I'm gonna start to incorporate them just to show people that there are multiple ways of creating sound besides my melodic voice. Yes, I got my woof, Richard. My boys, I love them. Ben says, I have always had to use a triangle on electronics because volume. Chimes are always cool. Oh, and I love them. Love them, love them, love them. When I'm really in a haunting spiral of despair and grief and sadness, they literally bring me down to earth and ground me, but they also raise my vibration to a more light, loving, lighter space. Um, darkness, and we all know this, right? Darkness can weigh very heavily on us. And when it comes in, it's like mud or bricks, and it just holds us down. So, yeah, it has the brass has a very different timbre. Um, so while I'm yapping, please in the chat. Oh, all right, Josh, don't text and drive. But put in one channel that you like to watch that you spend a lot of time in. I think that'd be just fun for us to share. And let me see if I can share Maze. What's this? This is somebody else's channel I was watching. Is this me? This is me. This is the live me. And this is May. So let me just pause her for. Oh, go ahead, May. Play her. I don't know if I'm allowed to. So I'm going to stop because I don't know if I'm allowed, but I want to share. Can I share screen? Here she is. All right, let me share. So she's amazing. So I'm going to just play a snippet and then I'm going to stop because I don't know if I'm allowed to or not. All right, stop sharing. Oh, I got to go back to me. Where am I? Where did I go? All right, here I am. So, I think, well, yes, truth way goes without saying. I meant something that we're not familiar with. So I should have been clear, Richard. Somebody that's not part of our village that we don't already know, somebody outside of our everyday um, because it's a way for us just to have exposure to other people and other channels. Um, I know there's so many, Ben. Just pick something fun that's outside of who we might know. And I think my hair is going to make me crazy today. It's going to just make me bananas. Um, all right. Hi, Tiff's here. The Hoof GP. Is the Hoof GP a channel? Um, it is. Let me just go there. It's cows. It's cows. I love me some cows. Um, so nice to see you, Tiff. So anyway, and Tiff, you're here. I'm going live with the village tomorrow night at 8 p.m. and then on Thursday, New Year's Day, um, at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. If you want to pop in at any point, please feel free. Unless you're doing your own thing, and you might be. I didn't check the list. Uh-oh, Josh is typing. Josh has the morgue officials. Okay. I don't know if I can click on this here. Let me see if I can. I can open it in a new window. Let's see what that is. And this channel, he's an ex-Christian thought leader and founder of Neogenian system. I don't know that word. My channel is about creating a new humanity and a new earth through a new consciousness. Interesting. All right. Something we can check out, guys. And Carnosaur, yes, I've been digging into them and some debunks we're debunking. I missed what we might be debunking. I've been listening to telepathy tapes. So is telepathy tapes a YouTube channel? Is a link I could know about? Because that would be pretty cool. And I mean, I look at a lot of things. Shadow clearing channel. Interesting, Josh. Really interesting. Thank you for sharing that. That's something I would definitely be curious about and would explore. So thank you for sharing that. And yeah, telepathy tapes. He did. Richard does have telepathy tapes. All right. I'm going to put those in a new tab too, so that afterwards I can take a look. But for now, I do want to just share with. Okay, she's talking. I didn't know she was going to start talking all of a sudden. Um, So it's just off. It says, in a world that often dismisses the extraordinary as mere fantasy, the telepathy tapes dares to explore the profound abilities of non speakers with autism, individuals who have long been. Okay, she's not. All right. Let me go here. Maybe this is a better way of reading it. Well, it challenges everything we know about communication in the human mind, inviting listeners to step into a reality where the impossible is not only possible, but happening every day. And I think, Richard, you and Ben talked about this at some point. And there were some experiments that were going on, and people could perceive, for lack of a better description, because I'm not familiar with it, that you can really step out of yourself and project what people see and what they hear and what they know. So interesting. There's a child called Ordinary Sausage. I am so jelly. All right, I don't know Ordinary, but let's it's fun being a mod, easy to share. It is. I'm gonna go to. Is there really something called Ordinary Sausage, or are you being sassy pants? Um, and um, Anyway, so I also follow a lot of homesteaders and gardening channels because that's a new thing for me, that as I grow my garden and start to create my own foods, in 2026, canning and preserving foods is on my list in the most economical way. So I don't really want the freeze dryers that can, there's a whole bunch of equipment that can come. I'm not feeding an army. I'm an army of one. Would it be nice to have extra food to share with people? Absolutely. And you can do that with canning. But I had so many tomatoes last year, and I made tomato sauce, tomato soup, um, and um, did I save just some raw tomatoes? I don't think so. And there was something else I made with tomatoes. I'm having a brain fart right now. And I think that, and I was able to share with a lot of people. Um, and that fills me, fills my cup. Um, I grew eggplant and it was very successful last year. So for me, it was an opportunity to just explore ways of cooking and preparing foods that I enjoy when I go to a restaurant, but I haven't taken the time to eat myself. Same thing with broccoli. I was a miserable failure with broccoli. I went to throw it out, and my neighbor took the long stems and stuck it in a bucket of water and grew broccoli. So clearly, my broccoli wasn't getting enough water. I learned something new. So, what do they call it? Hydroponics is something that I'm going to consider for broccoli. All right, let me just jump into the chat. It is real. It has 835,000 subscribers, and they have videos like liquid fart spraying sausage. Oh, well, I'm gonna say that's probably not for me. Uh, I grew up with a lot of potty humor growing up with being surrounded by all boys and then going to an all boy high school. I think I've pretty much had a lot of potty humor. Um, Nathan says, Crystal Claire Visions, check her out. Okay. All right, Nathan, I'm going to pull her up right now while I'm talking to you and see, unless somebody can get to her link. But Crystal Claire Visions, is that what you said? Whoopsie. All right, I will take a gander. There are two. Nope, there's only one Crystal Claire. Great. She is, guys, just so everybody else can see. Let me bring her up. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah. All right. So looks good. She's a healer. I love that. Thank you for sharing that one. Happy to join that. So really, she's empowering the divine feminine and divine masculine. So really lovely. Um, there is far more than telepathy in season 2, mediumship, mind sight, expanding into a lot of intuition and consciousness research with data and brain scans as corollary evidence. I love that, Richard. I'm definitely going to tap into that. Um, oh, I didn't know that, Nathan. I'm sorry. I don't know why it would disappear, but she's here now. And so I really can't wait to check her out. Incarnate Soul, it has a lot of sudden savant syndrome. Well, Ben, no one's ever called me a savant. So I would definitely be interested to see what happens with savants. Um, and and so homesteading, I do a lot of homesteading. I do a lot of gardening. And one of my favorites, I had it pulled up, but then I closed it like a goofball. So, but I don't want to close other windows. So let me just get there. I can't remember his name. I really love him. He's based out of California. And he's He gives you step by step of everything. So just give me a sec to see if I can find him. These are not people. Where am I? Here we go. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll, scroll, scroll. Here. And would it be outdoors? Oh, garden. Right in front of me. All right, so oh. Oh no, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold on. As soon as I see his name, I will know it's him. Oh, well, I like Anne, Anne of All Trades. She's really good. The Millennial Gardener is one of them. And where's the other guy's name? Shoot. Why is it not showing? Some days I really don't understand me. All right, let me just go to Millennial Gardener. Nope. He's not the one I'm looking for. Oh goodness gracious. Well, I don't want to waste time. Millennial Gardener though is a good one. He was based out of Jersey. I want to say he might be in South Carolina now. Anyway, so I love to watch those. I love people that come on, Luca. Your brother ate your bone. I'm sorry, sweet boy. I can't help you right now. And then I do a lot with Reiki. So Reiki is not common for everybody on this channel. I haven't always gotten a lot of positive feedback about my discussions about Reiki. I'm never going to stop because whether anyone knows it or not, I put Reiki energy into everything that I do because it is only love and light. If I can help in any way, share love and light, it goes to your higher selves, and your higher self will either accept it or not. I would never intentionally go, oh, Ben, I'm just going to send this to you without Ben's permission because he gets free will to say, yeah, I would like some energy. No, I don't really want your energy. Keep your thinking energy. David Snyder. I don't know David Snyder. Arg, feel the anguish. There is even the poop files. What did that occur to me? Well, Ben, I don't know why the poop files didn't. Good golly, man. Good golly. And I know you're driving, Josh. Are you going to be part of the village celebration for the 2026 bringing in the new year? I think we still have some space if you wanted to participate. Let's see. No, okay. No worries. All right. That's okay, Ben. Josh, you've got a lot going on, friend. So, and I think you went live yesterday and I missed it. I haven't really been able to catch up and make sure you've made your destination or are doing okay. I'm sure you are, but just I can send you lots of love. And I know that you believe in Reiki energy. And so for me, as I start 2026, we've talked about a lot about journaling. And like I brought up before, I thought any of you were in the chat, Elizabeth from The More Intuitive Me had a really great demonstration of how she journals. And Conversations with Christy used to have, oh, I'm sure she still has, these monstrous, huge journals that were stuffed with all sorts of stickers and inspirational things. And she really created a book. I'm a handwriter, but some of the things that I'm going to start to do is more voice memo. And actually, I did one last night in preparation just to practice because journaling every day, I think, is inspirational. And I've been working on creating a whole bunch of daily prompts so that it might inspire you to tap in. And this is the year of sort of inner growth. And we've been working on healing, and I think we continue to work on healing. For me, it's been a grieving year of, having lost so many people in such a short period of time. And um, just holding space for that. But um, I don't want to I don't want to be lumped into the mire of sorrow all the time. And it's easy to go there, and it's easy to be in anger. I don't feel angry. In some cases, I feel relief. In some cases, I feel release. And there are some channels that I have been exploring but don't feel they're quite my jam yet. And that's part of the reason when I started this last January 2025, so it'll be a year for me, being on YouTube, woohoo, that I needed a place to talk about these things, to heal, to release, reflect, because reflection, it's like, we hold so much in, and it, for me, creates poor health. I had 5 really bad colds in 2025 throughout the year. And it's just ridiculous. I've been working on building an immune system. I've been trying to go out into public and socializing so that I can build up, tolerance. But the heartache and the sadness, it's really been tough. Mish is in. Hello, Mish. What did Nathan say? Hang on. I got to get my glasses on, Nathan. I just met a newly awakened soul in my friend James. He has recently reached a level of awareness that surpasses my own spiritually, and I am in love and awe and awes to the point it has brought to me now. Ah, well, I'm happy for you. That's beautiful. Oh, heights, new heights. um, well, that is awesome. It really is terrific. And I hope 2026 continues for you to be filled with love and light and joy and companionship and friendship. And, I've always looked for teachers. Um, I've been blessed. I never can say her channel right. Um, and she was live today. So she was live before I went on. So let me just pull it up and say her whole name correctly. And of course, I'm doing this without looking at my glasses. Jiminy crickets. Anshara El Pathway. She has a different take on spirituality that I really like. I like listening to it. And she, is very insightful. So she's someone that I listen to as well. I also follow, I'm going through my notifications here just so I can share with you guys. Soulful Revolution. She does daily tarot readings. I listen to you guys are going to laugh so hard. I hope you don't laugh. I don't care if you laugh. How's that? Let me just pull up her channel. So the one that I've been is Reclaiming with Monica Lewinsky. Now, Monica got, in my opinion, a raw deal, and she does these great interviews with people that have had traumas. And so I really enjoy watching her and listening to her. And she's very smart. And so anyway, Josh put in a channel. Hold on, Josh. Uh, and it's called, whoops, you can, oh, wise quotes. You can mentally shape your future by accessing a higher dimension. Cool. All right. Adding it to the list. MJ is great. MJ is great. I love her. The poop files. The poop files. Oh my God. She did a great TED talk. She did do a great TED talk. I admire her and I respect her. And you know, not many people could have overcome what she went through and the hailstorm of crap that came her way. And I think unjustly, but talk about betrayal. Betrayal of a friend, a confidant. If anyone's ever been betrayed, um, it's devastating and really does shape moving forward. Well, how do you open up and allow people in when you don't trust them? Because you don't trust your own instincts. Now, she was a girl, a young woman, and if I go back and I think of myself in my 20s, I trusted everybody. I was Pollyanna. I thought everybody felt similarly and wanted similar things. And I was not wise in the ways of the world. And I was incredibly naive, incredibly naive. What I miss most about my life is my naivete. And I'm if you would ask me a year ago, I would have said I'm resentful of the experiences that corrupted that joy and that innocence, but I've worked really hard to get that back. Maybe not the innocence, but the joy. Innocence you can't have anymore. It's gone. It's been taken. Mine was taken away a really long time ago. Um, Thank you for putting her channel up, Richard. Um, yeah, she's really interesting, Mish. So, just want to share. Um, yeah, Ben, her identity, Monica Lewinsky, really, it even prevents her from having a love interest, right? And even having children, because your mom's going to be known as what? But the men go on, and I had great respect for President Clinton, not in that particular situation, but what I felt he was accomplishing, his reputation isn't tarnished by that. Hers is. Um, anyway, I would love to have this discussion another time, but we're not going to go there today. Yeah, Mish. So Nation said, we don't have to let our past define us, but we can learn from it so as to not let it happen again and move forward. Yes, I agree, Nathan, but I also think we're challenged by deception comes in pretty packages. And people, I mean, I have been in the corporate world for decades and was very much someone who believed in raising everybody else up around me. So as I got successful, I brought my staff, when I had a staff, along with me, and I wanted to raise them up. But the ones above me considered me a threat with smiles and sabotaged me, and often said things that impeded my continued growth. And I found that out afterwards. And there were some people that, I mean, I was like, I don't need to worry about you. Your karma's going to get you. But the ones I didn't suspect and discovered later, it was really hurtful. It was really hard. It was a hard pill to swallow. And I think one of the things that I've had to learn and continue to learn is, and I I credit Mel Robbins, my sister friend, who's my other YouTube channel I love to watch. I credit her with saying, let it go. Let it go. Let them go. Let them do their shit. It's not a reflection of me because I'm not the person who's doing those things. And I have to allow me and let me mourn it and move the freak on. So Nathan, you've got a point. It's just that after so many wounds, then you're just putting band-aids on, and I don't wanna do that anymore. I wanna be more discerning. I don't wanna necessarily give somebody the 3rd degree every time I talk to them, but I have limited my exposure, and if I say something, especially in YouTube world, I'm not saying anything that I don't care if it gets out in the world, right? So I'm not going up here and I'm not saying, "My mother blah, 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 blah," and don't want my mother to find out. I'm not gonna say anything to you, YouTube world, um, that can't be shared in the world. If you don't hear it from me, it's not true. You know what I mean? So if I were having a conversation with Mish and I said, "I really hate all those cookies you sent me," that would be a truism. If I said to Ben, "Oh my God, Mish gave me the worst cookies ever. Mish, they were delicious." Um, that's not being authentic and truthful, right? So if you don't hear it from directly from me, odds are I didn't say it. Let's see. They tried to kill you with fake smiles. Teresa, oh, you have no idea. Yeah, for a long time. I'm out of that world anyway, but I think I'm trying to think now. So this January will mark 7 years since my heart incident. Um, and the metamorphosis that I have gone through since dying, being reborn literally, um, and spreading my wings and allowing um, people in that I would never have really probably connected with before. And I credit the village. Last year, the village really did introduce me to a lot of you that I never would have encountered before. And I cherish each of you. And when I get to see your shows, I cherish them. And some of you don't have channels that you constantly are on, but you show up. You show up on other people's channels and you talk. And part of what I want to do in 2026 is interview, converse with some of you that I think we would have a great time. And it would be great to hear your stories and how they relate because all of us are on a healing journey of some sort. It doesn't have to be dramatic, but shit happens. All right, let me get to the comments. Um, and forgive me, but my head has been pounding all day with this migraine, and it's like ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. Uh, yeah, Mish, 50 years old and have been hurt throughout your life. I know, girl. And it takes a lot for us as empaths, as sensitives, as humans to say, you know what, that's their problem. That's not my problem. That's someone else's stuff. And they get to keep it. All right, Josh Allen Watts. Okay, let's see. I'm going to open that in a new tab and see what that one is. The whisper. Oh, yes, I've talked about it once. Oh my God. Yes. So let me, well, I don't have to share it, guys. The link is there. Whispers of Alan Watts. I think that he's really great to listen to. I don't want to say too much more than that. Go investigate yourself, but great recommendation. And don't forget, guys, keep putting recommendations in the chat. Ben says, the older I get, the more I question this reality or whatever you call this. I know, we talk about somebody controlling the puppet strings. And I have mixed feelings, but everyone throws the matrix at us. And I think it was last week I was walking the dogs, and I looked up to the sky and it was like, if I am freaking hooked up to something plugged into the back of my head and this is all not a reality, I'm going to be pissed and pull my plug. Like, just pull the damn plug. I don't want to play in this sandbox anymore. Because I don't want to be controlled and I don't want to think that the people around me are. but I do think that we are heavily influenced by our surroundings. Um, and I want to shake people sometimes and you go, just wake up, wake up, wake up. Um, I'm working through, yep, I know, Mish. All right, let me scroll down. I already saw this. And then Mish says, I realize that is much of what has caused your agoraphobia. Yep. It absolutely. If I can't be me without other people defining that, and you having to defend yourself, it's better to be a hermit. And, I struggle with that. And that's one of the things that even in therapy, I've talked about. Like, I don't want to be that person that is building a moat around where I live. I'm missing out. And I don't want to be on my deathbed going, I should have done this, whatever this is. And 2026, I'm going to be trying to figure out what is this for me. And, how can I make a little bit of money? To supplement what I get every month. And, but how can I really reach people through my hypnosis, through my Reiki, through my meditation, through my energy, maybe call it spiritual coaching? How can I reach people that need it, that could benefit from those skills without having brick and mortar? I can't afford brick and mortar. And I don't necessarily want to do it 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I still have to take care of the heart. I still have to um, invest in my own healthy way of living. So, Indigo. I like Wounds to Wisdom, but also Tia Weston, Midwest Magic Cleaning, Cleaning Fairy Sherry, From a Poet. Yep, he's very good. I love Brian. Girls with the Dogs. Well, I don't know that one. So, all right, I need to Tia Western. I don't know that. Weston, not Western. Let me come here. Hold on. I'm going to have too many windows open pretty soon. Oh, I'm going to love that. Thank you for sharing. I may have even seen one of hers. She takes this abandoned home and creates a new home. That's part of my homesteading life that I fantasize about. I wish that I had the skill set. I don't, but I wish that I had the skill set to put some of that stuff together, build. I can do some things, but I definitely have limitations. Um, I'm going to pull up Midwest Magic Cleaning. I have no idea what that is. And if it's just, that might be like an organization, Midwest Magic Cleaning. Here it is. Hold. Oh, I'll have to take a gander. Yeah, so this is really a purging, cleaning, decluttering. I like that stuff. And I absolutely have watched a lot of that in my lifetime. Um, Mish. You guys are funny. Hold on. I scrolled too fast. Sorry, guys. I just scrolled too fast, so I need to come on back. Geez, Louise, how far behind was I that I'm all right, scroll up. Indigo says I also had a very hurtful situation happen from a previous community, but I just don't want to talk about it online because many of my friends are from that community. And I would say that the previous community, it's their loss. And so it's easy for me to say to move on or move forward or move through. And you deserve better and welcome because you get to be here. And it may not be exactly what you're looking for, but I am here. And I know there's a couple of us in this channel that are here that got your back. All All right, Mish Indigo, watch out. BBB has turned from the pork side belly to the dark side. Um, Thank you, Mish, Brian, the village. There's so many out there. Um, okay. You guys are funny talking about bacon bits. Um, my whole life has been attached to other strings. I know, Mish. I mean, I don't know. I know that we are heavily influenced by the voices of other people. And when we don't have a sense of our own history, it can definitely influence where we go. All right. Josh put another channel out there. Let me go see what that is. Stefan, he covers solar activity, space, weather, planetary alignments, and geophysical energetic events. So we may all better understand the quality of the energies of the solar system and the Earth. I love that. Thank you for introducing that to me. I love that stuff. I believe this helps in the spiritual and consciousness evolution journey. Absolutely. And he also discusses health and wellness topics. Oh, excellent. Great. Thank you for that recommendation. Clint is here. Hello, Clint. Welcome. Clint, I haven't seen you go live recently. I'm sorry if I've missed it. You usually go past my bedtime, but I do try to pop in and see what's going on in your world. Ben says, I have gone all the way in my laser experiment, but at some point I would still like to try a custom hypnosis session instead of just induction to increase my focus. Well, pal, you got my info. I'm not charging, so kind of silly not to tap into it, but and I may not be your cup of tea, so that's okay too. But yeah, I'm here. Indigo, she did a $1 house series and she now is fixing up an abandoned house. It's amazing. I watch shit. I'm going to find her name because I watch her every Sunday. And she is a young woman that lived in a van for a very long time. And she now has property in where the hell does she have property? Is it Colorado or hang on, I got to find it. I will find it, guys. Give me a second because I adore her. And she does it all on her own with her dog by her side. Everybody knows me. I love me my animals. I wish I could remember names. So just bear with me. Another person I do follow while I'm thinking of it. She is another young woman, Alexandra Fasulo, Fasulo. She bought land in upstate New York, and she is a huge advocate of allowing farms to remain in American hands, and that solar farms are really destructive to our ecosystem. They're great on buildings, but when you put them on properties, it isn't such a cool thing. And I've learned so much from her. Now she's way younger. If I were younger, I'd be doing what she's doing, to be honest. She's doing a lot just learning on her own. And I think that would be something I would be very grateful. But at 62, as much as I know I have a whole life, I still have 20 years, maybe 30. God, I hope not. But I have all this time left, but I don't want to be doing that kind of physical labor. I have enough time getting up in the morning. Please, 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 just show up in here. You guys would love her. I want to say it's Aquila. Holy crap, there's a whole bunch of things here that I don't even know who all these people are in my favorites. Let me just go here. A lot of people took time off for the holidays, so I got to scroll down. Give me a sec. I'm not going to not find her. So I just got to scroll down to the last time she was live. And I know, what is her damn name? I'm telling you guys, my brain is fakakta in the caboodle. Hold on. I know I'm not looking at the chat. I'm trying to find the thing. So just please bear with me. I always like the people that that do things that I never would have done. I wouldn't have had the courage to do as a young person, and to see what they're doing and the confidence, and they do it anyway if they're afraid. Um, Another person that I really like that I've shared before is Sonia Choquette. I've talked about her, and I think Nish posted her name last time. Really, really love her. Okay, hold on. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it in time, guys. So I'm going to come back to the channel, and if I think of it, I'll post it. Let's see. Oh, Chase Hughes. Yes, Ben has introduced me to Chase Hughes. And whoops. Apparently I have 31 breaches in my data, but if I buy their protection, I won't have them anymore. Okay. Elizabeth's here. Elizabeth, I was talking about you. I talked about your journaling in your journal book, in your travel journal book with the pictures. And I used you as I'm kicking off my 2026 journaling experiment with everyone, and how every day I'm going to put a journaling prompt out there. I used you as an example of a different way of journaling. It doesn't have to be the typical, today I got up and, washed my hair. And also, I don't know if Carmel is here, but he talked about photojournalism as a way of journaling his journey, and I love that idea. And I mentioned a friend of mine that sings, and so she sings her journals. And then I've talked about using voice memos before. So for people who are not crazy about writing, I have a friend who does poetry, and I did poetry as a way of journaling. I feel like I'm missing some people, so let me just catch back up with the chat, because thank you, Mish, for getting these things posted for me. I know Richard was helping me, and Josh was posting in there, so it really does help me. Sophie, I don't know Sophie. Hold on, let me open that up in a new window. Sophie and Lush, heal your trauma addiction. Excellent. Okay, so super. Let's see. I want to just make sure I haven't missed anybody else in the chat, because I hate the idea of missing somebody. Let's see. There's also Shannon Makes, who is fixing up a home in Nova Scotia, Canada. Excellent. I love that stuff. Ben says, procrastinators, leaders of tomorrow. Now, I can never tell if Ben's kidding or not. So is that a real YouTube channel, or are you being sassy? Freeze warning for Florida. I spoke to my cousin who's in Florida, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, sorry. She left New Jersey, Staten Island to get to Florida, and she's freezing her patootie off. Um, as I get older, I find myself watching stuff I used to disagree with, and maybe it isn't for me, but just hearing what they have to say doesn't hurt. Ben, so glad you mentioned that because I was actually just having this conversation that being exposed to different opinions, thought processes, etc., isn't a bad thing. It's it's when there's inflexibility of the person you're communicating with. So by watching others helps me to know how to navigate conversations with people that don't want to hear what I have to say. I'm willing to listen to you. You and I could be diametrically opposed on any topic. Um, why is it that I'm willing to listen to you, but you're not willing to listen to what I have to say? And so I think that's incredibly important, especially as we move through this new year. So I'm so glad that you said that. And there are some channels that I wouldn't necessarily share here because I think people would be a little put off. Okay, so let's send some love to Carmel, guys. If he's healing, we need to send him some love. Elizabeth says, I've done voice and I print stickers of photos to include in her journal. You got to go look at her video. Not well, she has the most recent one, but it was the one from yesterday. And I think I shared it, so it's probably on my post. I learned how to share yesterday, Elizabeth. Mish taught me. So now that I've seen some of you guys, and when I like your videos, I can go, oh, wait, I know how to share this. Let me share this video. O'Brien is doing a poetry roundtable Saturday, 8 p.m. Central. Ooh, all right. Clint says, Krumel, my hippo brother. I love him. I don't want to go too far. Mish, how could you forget Suno? You love your Suno and your AI art. Ben Sassy, me, gasp. Awakened. If anyone subs to these new channels, please comment on their videos that you found them via me. Yes, please. Fanaticism is something I try to avoid. Absolutely. I do follow Amrit. I follow Aaron Abke. These are guys that have different takes on religion or inclusion of religion, and not religion, but faith. I don't even know what you would call it, but I'm very fascinated by all of it. So, but if I were to bring that up here, I think there would be arrows shot my way. Einhorn is Finkel Finkel is Einhorn. Okay, I don't know what that means. Are you a fanatic about avoiding fanaticism? I don't know, Richard, is he? I think he might be. All right. And then Mish says, no, but I am considering starting my own version of it next year. You guys are cracking me up. All right. So, and then Josh put another one out there, everybody. Hold on. Victor Odo. This channel. Oh, wow. Josh, you have some really good ones. Thank you so much. The channel is dedicated to the spiritual seekers of the world, the folks doing the shadow work, doing their best to follow their intuition and hearts through this crazy world that is in desperate need of something new, fresh, and unique. And this is what he's learned over 20 years of going through this spiritual awakening. I think that's great. Thank you so much for that. There's a couple of other, I guess, healers, intuits, empaths that I have followed. And that's probably something I'll bring up over the next period of time. But we are, hold on. Oh, yes, please, guys. For those of you that are watching live and for those of you on the replay, please do the thumbs up. Or even the thumbs down because it still helps the algorithm. I prefer the thumbs up. And I wanted to say that, so many of you welcomed me in 2025 when I first kicked off my YouTube channel. And it's gone through a lot of learning for me. And having had to give up my Restream subscription because it was so expensive, now I have to find a new one. So I'm just working out of YouTube, and I know that I could have my intro and my outro. I haven't figured all that stuff out yet. And uh, that's something that I wish, I had more experience in learning, because building this YouTube world, it's, I don't find it intuitive, right? For me. Um, I don't know if I should use Restream. I don't know if I should use something else. Um, and so maybe I'll put out the call. What do you guys use when you're going live? What are some of the tools that you incorporate? Because I do want to make this, I hate to use the word more professional, because I'm not looking to create it like, oh my God, you're so that. But I want it to come off a little cleaner. And sometimes I'm glitchy, and, you got my blankets behind me because, well, quite frankly, I'm freezing my tush off. Um, so anyway, just to keep that in your back pocket. I would love to know what you guys use, and feel free to, comment after the video if you want, because um, so you only use YouTube, Elizabeth? You don't have anything else? No other bells and whistles? Um, and that's great. And we're gonna connect anyway. Um, there is OBS. It's free, but a pain to set up. Once it's done though. But a bit of a pain. Mish and I have been playing with it. Yeah, Mish mentioned it to me. So it's not something that you two are more technical. You guys get that kind of stuff. That goes way over my head. Yeah, I'm not paying for a yearly subscription anymore. Josh uses StreamYard. Okay. All right, Josh. And I think I would want to understand, what's the benefit of using those things? Is it just because you can do bells and whistles? That's the thing that I think I would be curious about. Aaron Doherty. Oh, so you have a lot of men healers that you tap into. I like that. Aaron Doty, I help people master energy dynamics, subconscious patterns, and nervous system regulation so they can experience real lasting change in their relationship, purpose, and sense of self. Interesting. All right, guys. I'm loving this. I'm really glad that we're talking about it, because I think it helps us to know what's out there. Um, Give the like button a big doggy, sloppy doggy kiss. Yes, please. Although I do have this one sound asleep. Um, I was talking with Mish yesterday, and she couldn't hear it, but my dog was snoring like nobody's business. And he then makes this little noise as if, I don't know if he's talking to somebody in his dreams, if he's having a good dream or a bad dream, and I want to wake him up. But I just started to pet him just to let him know mama's here, but go do what you got to do, kid. Um, okay. I'm going to just scroll down a little bit. And Clint is a StreamYard guy. Okay. Um, Sometimes they use the free StreamYard, but the algorithm doesn't push out the right content. Okay. I use StreamYard when I use StreamYard, I get 200 to 300 views, and when I use YouTube, I get 500 to 600 more views. Really? I don't think I've checked my views. But you have a lot more followers than I do. And I don't know actually, Elizabeth, how long you've been on YouTube. Clint says, I like OBS, but I only use it for the night streams. Okay. Bells and whistles and multiple guests. Yeah. Okay. You can host guests, have moderators, and you can do your own intro, outro which can help set your videos apart if you're doing lives. Okay. Aaron and Victor work together. Aaron and Victor. Oh, okay. Or if you don't pre-record that stuff. Well, there are some things I'm going to want to record in 2026. Not going to talk about them yet, but I think that, going live, I want it to be as interactive as possible, but there are other things that I want to share. And so a video is probably appropriate. And one of the, and actually, I'm going to use Elizabeth again, the more intuitive me. So she had her live, she was doing this unboxing, but then she did a video. And I liked that. I liked that you can do both and maybe reach more people without taking up as much time. So anyway, we'll see what's going on. I like Huberman Lab, Doctor of Neuroscience at Stanford. I don't know that. So let's see. Is there a YouTube channel for that, Ben? Is that what Josh just posted? What did Josh just post? He posted another one. Hold on. Josh just posted. No. The most important talk, Kyle Cease. All right. And Kyle, regret, alchemy, boundaries, meditation, bundles, and more below. So, all right, something to take a gander of. Kyle Cease's receiving meditation bundle. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to start using notes. Going off the cuff was kind of fun, but yes, it's easy to get derailed. Plus, I like the AI on StreamYard will automatically cut your live into shorts to post. Okay. And see, it sounds like Clint, you know what you're doing, and I kind of feel like I don't. I need a tutorial on this kind of technology. I have some people who only watch my shorts, some who only see my pre-recorded videos, and some who come to the lives. Yeah. Oh, thank you for posting the Huberman. All right, let's see what Huberman says. Andrew Huberman is a podcast. He is a PhD neuroscientist and tenured professor in the Department of Neurobiology, of Ophthalmology, and by courtesy, Psychiatry and Behavioral Science at Stanford School of Medicine. He discusses neuroscience and science-based tools, including how our brain and its connections with the organs of our body control our perceptions, our behaviors, and our health, as well as existing and emerging tools for measuring and changing how our nervous system works. Well, that's going to be one I'm going to look at, because I know our brains, our brain calms us. That's why we tried breathing techniques, right? Excuse me. When you are in a state of chaos, the first thing that people will say is breathe, slow down and breathe, because fear kicks in. And fear is a protection mechanism, but it also disrupts all of the organs, the heartbeats, the lung capacity. And so by taking a moment and breathing, even with our hearts, I scared a lot of the doctors when I was in the hospital because I would use my breathing techniques, but my blood pressure would drop so low that they thought I was in arrest again. So, but it's to calm the body and relax the body. So the brain really and truly connects. It is the control center of everything else that's working. And I think if we can influence our brains and change the communication, which is why I love hypnosis, right? You can change behaviors that you do with thought and thoughtful words, actions, behaviors through hypnosis. You're talking to yourself. You're telling yourself, I don't want to eat that bag of Rolos. I don't want to eat that bag of Rolos. I don't enjoy that bag of Rolos. I don't want to light up that cigarette. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't make me feel good. You're changing the thought process because people like my dad, when he was smoking, he would smell it and he would literally sit there and go, my father loved smoking. It was he'd been doing it since he was a little boy. And I'm not kidding. His own father, when he caught him smoking cigarettes, went out, bought, I don't even know how many packs of cigarettes, and made my father smoke every single one. His thought was, if I make my son smoke this and get sick, he won't ever smoke again. P.S. That worked for like a week. My father was back smoking. So he enjoys the act of smoking. Wow, that's a Freudian slip. He used to enjoy smoking with his coffee. They didn't really go out to bars, but at restaurants at the time when you could smoke in a restaurant, at family gatherings, at the table, etc. He quit 6 or 8 months after my mom died in 2016. So, he really didn't want to give that up. But then his body started to scare him with things that were happening. And I think towards the end of his life, if his wife would have gotten him a pack of cigarettes, he would have smoked. But there was no way she was going to bring that shit back in her house. Okay, let me I want to catch back up. Yeah, I know. Clint, give a tutorial. Wow, Josh, that's amazing. YouTube gives me shorts to use, one from each live, but I haven't seen how to do it on StreamYard. I haven't seen YouTube give me any shorts. So something, Elizabeth, I'm not doing for sure. Josh has got the Moon Tarot. All right, what the hell's that one? 13 Moon Tarot. Okay. Andy, so his intention with the channel is to empower those wishing to ascend and heal by providing clarity, insight, and guidance, and to have a little fun along the way. Always remember, you have infinite power. You are the oracle of your own life. And I totally agree with that. So I used to follow, I just had his name in my head. Wayne Dwyer. Is that it? And he died, Dr. Wayne Dyer. And now people are sort of manipulating his data, but I use his I am meditation all the time. I use it with my clients when I had them on a regular basis. And I still will incorporate that if I do a guided meditation, because I am is very much like a hypnosis. I am worthy. I am good enough. I am. Not I'm going to be. I am. You already are. I love him. Our brain is 80% water. I was reading today about red brain versus blue brain. Don't get Ben started. Clint says, after your live on StreamYard ends, you should get a prompt that asks if you want shorts made. Okay. Anyway, beer is Clint says beer is 95% water. Does that mean my breed is beer? Well, Mish said something. Hold on, Mish. That would be of interest to me as a viewer. What did I miss? What did I miss, Mish? Shoot. All right, I'm going to keep going because I think I missed something. StreamYard does all the work. You just choose them and all easy peasy, lemon squeeze. All right. We're just going to have to talk about this because I definitely need help to have the most efficient and effective intro, outros, shorts, especially with the coming year. And as I kick off this meditation thing that I'm going to do with shorts and with posts, because I'm not going to do it in all my lives. It's really just, I thought since I'm starting this new journey myself back to journaling, wouldn't it be great to encourage other people? And so much of the feedback is, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to get started. I'm going to give you a prompt. And then from here, you get to go do whatever. And hang on, I'm seeing a couple more comments, and that means we are cucumbers. Oh my God, Ben. Well, if I have to be a veggie, then cucumbers it is. Or is it with seeds? It's a fruit, regardless. Um, Teresa, my granddad did the same thing with my birth father. The opposite happened, and he smoked until he passed away with a trach. Yeah, look, it's a habit. It's a bad habit in my personal opinion. Um, my mother died of lung cancer, never having smoked a day in her life, but secondhand smoke. I have asthma, according to the medical professionals, as a result of secondhand smoke. So when I go out on these bitter cold days, I have to wear a mask because the mask prevents the cold from going down my throat and causing me to have impaired breathing. Oh, Clint says my lungs are 97% broccoli and 3% Marlboro. All right. And again, a girl who has her own addictions is not about to throw shade at anybody else. I just witnessing my mother's death and having the lung cancer metastasize to her brain, witnessing my father and his variety of ailments that caused his death between prostate cancer and kidney cancer. Um, just, it, if there's something that I can do for me to remain healthy and to move past some of the obstacles, it doesn't mean I'm not going to get something. I'm going to go in a blaze of glory. I already went once. Why not go twice? Anyone else who would like to jump on the panel, let me know and we can share some of the tips and hacks. So I missed something, Mish, about this. I don't know where that was. So I'll go back in the chat in a minute and see if I can catch up, because if there's some panel that's talking about all the tips and tricks, yes, I want to be part of it. The Swamp Thing. He's water and what else? Plus, I think okay, your typo is killing me here. I also like Jinda. She does readings. Okay. Her intention. When it comes to YouTube broadcasting, spend a few hours in studio. You will learn a lot. Okay. Dr. Dyer. Yeah, loved him, Josh. Really did. He really was influential in my journey into self-discovery. And I've been on the journey a long time, but he really had a great impact on me, more than some of the others. I don't know. There was a relatability. Thank you for putting it in there, Mish. Let's do, there it is. Let's do a how-to live stream chats during the next live stream. Yeah. Okay. I see it. Yes, I want to. I have spicy vinegar if you push me. Uh-oh. Okay. Wow. Lost 10 pounds so far. Wow. Way to go, Ben. That's my journey this year. I have 30 pounds to lose for health reasons. For physical reasons, I'd like to lose 40, but I'll do the health, and I'm going to start with 5 pounds at a time because I need realistic goals. If I said, I'm going to lose 30 pounds, not going to happen. 5 pounds, I'm going to start with 5 pounds. And really for me, is tweaking the food a little bit. It's exercising. It's getting off this couch not sitting in front of YouTube all day, um, and getting back into my exercise. And I found a walking buddy, so we're gonna power through. Although, full disclosure, we were supposed to start today, and it was so bitter cold. She goes, "How committed are you?" And I said, "Not very." When it's bitter cold, this girl likes to stay in. But I did exercise, so I feel it wasn't the heart racing exercise that I should have been doing with the power walking in the woods, but I'm feeling the burn in certain places from the exercise. So um, I guess there you go. Uh, Knowing all that, I still am not able to quit. I hate cigs, the one vice I have yet to beat. And so please, guys, I'm not judging any of you. Um, I just have seen witnessed what cigarettes do. And all right. Yeah, reducing inflation. Oh. Misha, I recommend having one less tomorrow, then slowly cut back by each. Oh, you guys are talking smoking. I'm not about to tell anybody what to do. Okay, we'll let you guys go back to that. Let's face it, it's much simpler to keep those exercise resolutions when you live in Australia. I'm telling you, man. Um, it's and then I'll let you guys go. But I used to love to exercise. And I loved to dance and I loved yoga and I still love those things. Part of what Mish talked about before, a little agoraphobia, going out to do my yoga. Um, yeah, I could do it at home. The reason I need to get out of the house is because I'm more apt to do it. In the house, I'm like, my brain goes, well, I really should clean the kitchen. So I'll do it after I clean the kitchen. Oh, I'm really tired. I need to sit down now. Let me have a cup of coffee. All right, I got to get up. Now I got to do this. Now I got to do, and by the end of the day, I never do the physical activity. So I've taken to commercials if I'm watching a TV show. Every commercial, I have to get up and I have to do something. But if you're watching YouTube, there are no commercials. So I physically have to schedule getting out of my house, and I'm not able to afford a gym. For me, when I had to pay for something, I was committed to it. And I wasn't going to I did not get a subscription to something and not use it. That would burn, a hole in my pocket and really piss me off at myself. So I love, doing things, cardio typing. I just looked down and saw Clint go cardio typing. I don't know. That was Ben. Oh my God. You're cracking me the hell up. Um, oh my God. I used the step ladder today. My knees. I love you guys so much. I really do. Um, I can't get I can't cardio type the arthritis. Oh my God. I had a step ladder. Never knew my real ladder. You guys. Um, Ben, cardio kickboxing. My God, the weight just falls off. But having some little twiggy chick lead the class is always a bit neutering. um, that is true. I didn't do uh uh cardio kickboxing, but I did boxing. And I loved it. And it was taught by an ex-pro in Boston, a little Irish guy, and he really was short and stocky. That man won his fair share of titles, but teaching us, and most of us were women in the class. Um, I don't know, it must have done something for his ego, but I loved it. And then I got sick, so I stopped that and never went back to it. Um, yeah, kickboxing, it is fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's not something that Nowadays, if I were to kick something, something's gonna break. Gonna get a standing punching bag one of these days. Oh, and I hear that they're really awesome. I did kickboxing and I loved it and then shattered both knees. Yeah, it's I I there's a local place. I don't know if they do boxing at all. But what I liked about it was I felt my arms felt stronger. Now I just take water bottles and use them as my weights, and it's cardio swearing. Now I would be an expert in cardio swearing. Richard says, I have one. My wife does boxing classes when she can. Ooh. And I would ask Richard, does she feel strong when she does it? Um, but I would imagine she does. Um, both the act of boxing is very good for your cardio, but there's this sense of power and strength that is overwhelmingly confident building. That's what I loved most about boxing. I probably couldn't um, hurt somebody with a punch. Well, that's not true. My brother said I used to hurt him. Um, I would hit him in jest, like they'd push me and I'd hit him in the shoulder, and he's like, "Ow!" I'm like, "All right, good. That does hurt. See, stop picking on me." Um, but I I don't think I've hit somebody in probably 20 years. Um, Mystic Witch Tarot. All right. Josh. He's got another one, people. Let me see what that one is. Tarot readings from a spiritual perspective. Oh, that's pretty much it. Okay. Cool beans. She looks interesting too. So, I mean, there's Vivienne. I've seen her. I've seen Terry. Terry something Holding. I always get her name wrong, but she pops up in my streams. Um, yeah, Indigo. I like hitting things. It's just in a healthy way. Yeah, hitting it does feel good. You're getting a release out. Um, and so for me, yeah, I'm the same way. Um, I enjoy that. Oh, cool beans. Ran the clock. Time to go home. Thanks all. Bye, Ben. Thank you so much. Guys, I just want to say thank you for 2025. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you for supporting me, because just being here supports me. Please remember to like, share if I'm your cup of tea and you know somebody that might. Yes, Terry, holding your space. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, and join me. As I begin my new journey in 2026. I will send out the first daily journaling prompt, both in my post, my community post, and as a short. I'm going to attempt to make some short videos, and I'm just going to spew out a word or a phrase or a thought to inspire you to journal. So, you can use the like button. Oh, to pick your nose. Ben, that's not the thought I want to end this on. Josh, thank you so much. I can't wait to catch up with you and see where you are in your journey right now. All of you, so many blessings, so much love. Join us in the village over the net if you have nothing else to do. Anybody that wants to pop on and be with me during my time slot, please do. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll be on at 8 p.m. Central. 8 p.m. Central. Yes. So 9 p.m. Eastern. So feel free to come join me. And on New Year's Day, 10 a.m. Central and 4 p.m. Central. So I welcome one. I welcome all. Let's have some fun. And much love, guys. I send you with love, healing, light, community, compassion, sprinkled with laughter, joy, and giggles. Mwah! Until I see you again, next Tuesday will be my first 2026 live. Bye, guys. Love you all so much.